I did not expect to do anything internal on this motor. And then I pulled the pan. These are the moments that I'm like, mwah, it was worth it. Now Holley is joining in on the fun. This looks so cool. We're just gonna start mocking this thing up. I am excited. Cheers. What is up, you guys? My name is Miranda, and I am in the middle of building a 1983 AMC Spirit. It has a small block Chevy in it. This car always had a Chevy in it. I've owned this car for a little while now, and I'm just kind of completely overhauling it. And I wanted to give this engine a nice glow up. When I pulled this engine out of my car, it was completely different looking. This is where we're at now. And yeah, man, we have come a far way. I want to explain to you a little bit about kind of what we did to get to this point, and then I have some very exciting stuff that just came in that is going to be put on this block. So stay tuned for that, because man, there is some cool stuff that you can get your hands on from Holley and from Summit for small block Chevys. Okay, so for starters, this is a 383 stroker. It's a 350 block that somebody before me did a stroker kit on it. One of the most important things to me that I wanted to change was the fuel system. Originally, I was looking at some of the products that Summit had that were actually Summit brand. So if you look at some of my past videos, I was really excited to put the Summit branded EFI on this block. We're going to be doing something a little bit different now, and all the team at Summit agreed with me that it would be a little bit more fitting. So we are going to put some really cool products from Holley on this small block that you guys will see shortly. So basically this motor, when it got pulled out of my car, looked just kind of like your 90s street rod small block. It had the Chevy orange paint on it, chrome everything. Really, I just wanted to make everything have a completely different look than it was. The main thing that I wanted to do was get rid of that orange on the block. After we pulled it out, I cleaned it up, took a wire wheel to it, try and get as much paint that I could off and get it prepped for this nice black paint. I ended up going with a satin black. After I cleaned everything up, I started to pull off some of the dress up pieces on it to clean it better, and then I pulled the pan. I did not expect to do anything internal on this motor, but when I pulled the pan, I had a pleasant surprise, and it really was a surprise. Before we pulled this motor, I drove the car that last day, and I literally remember being like, man, this car is running really good. So when I pulled the pan, and I had my surprise, which was metal chunks in the pan and on the plug, so kind of investigated that, and I couldn't recognize right off the bat what these pieces were. Once I pulled the valve covers off, I also noticed that my rocker arms were fractured, 2 of them. Then I was like, okay, this thing has got to come apart. I have to know what's going on here. As we started to pull things apart, and I noticed that one of my lifters was cracked and was missing part of it. Once I saw the lifter on my block and then saw the pieces, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is what this debris is from. We ended up ordering some new rocker arms and new lifters from Summit. They came super fast, and I was able to get exactly what I wanted from them. They had it in stock. They came, and we replaced all those pieces. It was cool because it was the first time that I had really worked on the internals of a motor since I was really young with my dad. I also was really excited to use some new tools. I mean, I have fully loaded this garage with stuff since I started this project. One of the tools being a torque wrench from Precise Built Tools. If you guys are interested in looking at their stuff, I do have a discount code that'll give you a small discount. It's better than nothing. You can check that out in the description. A coupon gives you a good reason to buy tools. Anyways, so yeah. It was unexpected to do anything internally, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We checked everything else out. Everything else looked good. While we had everything apart, we got a gasket kit from Summit as well. Put it all back together, and then it was the part I was most excited for, and that was giving it a different look. So primed the engine and then painted it a satin black color. I was most excited for my valve covers from Summit. They're super, super, super nice. And then I got some new pulleys and some new dress up stuff from Summit as well. Got a new water pump, all of that good stuff. I will put some clips in here of us doing the stuff on the front end of this engine, and then we will be back with an unboxing with some of the exciting stuff from Summit and Holley. You guys know how much I love these valve covers. I can't wait any longer. I want to see what they look like on this block. Say goodbye to these. They lived a good life. So why don't you record any of the work that you do and post it on Instagram?
Because I'm what they would call too cool for school, and I'm just not doing it. The main reason is I don't have the damn patience.
As you can see, he couldn't even wait for me to do it. He's just like, let's do it. Doodles. Where did I put my heart? Oh, it. Dude, this looks sweet. I guess I haven't taken this one out of the plastic even yet. The aesthetics are all that I'm here for. So these are the moments that I'm like, mwah, it was worth it. It was worth it. Looks so good. Okay. I love it. What do we think?
There you go.
All right, you guys, that is where we leave off right now with the motor. We have to put the harmonic balancer on there and that pulley, and then I'm not 100% sure what intake I'm using yet, so once I figure that out, the alternator will go on. But I'm so happy with how this looks. What do you think?
I dig it. I think it looks sick.
It looks so good. I'll give you a better up close look. Crazy good. It looks so good. All right, you guys, I have 3 boxes here from the brand we all know and love, Holley. I am so excited to see what I've got for this engine. This engine has already gotten a huge overhaul with the help from my friends at Summit, and now Holley is joining in on the fun, and they are gonna take it to the next level so we can really make this thing a showstopper. Let's get into it. Got tons of good bubble wrap, and it looks like a banner to wrap. Box number 2. The first thing in the second box isn't something that you would normally see on a small block. So this right here is so crazy to me that I even have it in my hands for my motor, because this is the front piece of the intake that looks like something you'd see on an LS. Never in a small block world. So this is the first part, and then you got your gasket and hardware. We got the second piece here. So this is the top piece of what's gonna be my intake. We've got the Holley EFI right there. So if you haven't already put it together, we are putting an LS style top-end EFI system on this small block. It is so crazy to even think that that is possible now, and I am so excited to do it because I think this is the perfect project, and we all thought so. So that's why Holley was so kind to send this up to me and help us out. So if you are interested in doing something like this on your small block, you can buy all the parts from Summit or Holley. Let's see what else we got. This is where it gets serious. This right here is the actual intake for my small block. And what's super crazy is this motor had a high-rise dual quad system on it originally, and I wanted to get rid of it and put something more modern, like an EFI system. Now I'm going to still end up with a high-rise system, but it's also an EFI, and this is going to be able to clear my hood. I hated that the dual quad system with the scoop stuck out of the engine bay. This is going to be so cool because it's going to look so sleek and still have that performance piece that you'll get from a high-rise system. So this is what we've got. So cool. I can't go any longer without setting it on top of this block. Dude, man, it's kind of hard to see because the gray car in the back, but this looks sweet already. I can't even keep opening stuff right now. I just have to see what all of this looks like so far. This seriously opens a whole new world for the small blocks out there. I'm just gonna put a couple of these in here so I know that it won't go anywhere. This is my new baby. It looks so good. All right, so the other things that you'll get is the fuel rails, which is so crazy to me that there isn't just gonna be like a couple injectors and a little throttle body up there. I can't believe this car is going to have such updated technology, and this small block doesn't even know what is coming in its future. This is sweet. The performance that you're gonna get from having this type of setup is so cool, and I'm so excited that Holley has brought it to the small block world. I want to put this front piece on now to kind of get the whole effect of what this is going to look like. I couldn't go any longer without putting that on. This looks so cool. Okay, now I want to show you guys all of the other stuff that you will need to make this intake work. For as far as sensors go, you will need a few. You'll need your map sensor, a coolant sensor, your air intake sensor, and then you will need a fuel pressure sensor for each rail. So we have 2 of those. For as far as the throttle bodies go, I ordered a 95mm. I believe the 92mm works with this system as well. All that information is on Holley's website that you can look up. And then the fuel system that will be running all of this is their Terminator X system. In addition to the sensors and all that fun stuff, I have a very cool new distributor. Even the box is sweet. This is a big piece of what you will need. And then last but not least is the system that will go in my fuel tank. I'm not really sure which tank I'm running yet in this car, so I haven't ordered anything for that, but Holley has a tons of different options as far as that goes. I can't believe that they have a system that works with really any fuel tank. If you are using your stock fuel tank in a vintage car, in a classic car, they have a system that completely like morphs to the shape of your tank. I might be running that, I'm not sure yet, but they have tons of systems, so you can look into that stuff on their website. And if you are interested in any of this for your small block, you can actually go on summitracing.com and look up Miranda Rumfelt's My Garage. Summit has a super cool system now on their website that you can make your own profile to show your cars and what Summit parts you have on them. So under Miranda Rumfelt, you can see my Spirit and all of the parts that I have gotten from Summit so far. And it will have all the specific part numbers for all of the parts that you see here and anything else that is going on this car as well. All right, we just got done doing an unboxing with my Holley stuff. We are going to take my new intake from Holley and put it on my Summit Mockup block, set it in the front of the car because we have the subframe and everything in right there, and see how it fits and if the hood can close. All right, this is my Mockup block from Summit. It is basically a lightweight replica of my 383 stroker. If you order this kit from Summit, All you have to do is basically do a grown-up puzzle. You put it together, you bend all of the tabs on the sides, you need a little rubber mallet, and bam, you have a mock-up block ready to use in your project cars. We ended up adding my motor mounts right to it so I can just set it right in the car as is with the subframe already in there. Let's set it in there and see what we've got going on. Wow. I'm so excited to see this system bring this build to life. It's gonna be so cool. It already looks so cool just sitting here as is. Let me know what you think. Do you like the stock silver look, or do you think it would look good in black to match the rest of the block? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. If you are interested on seeing videos of us setting this system up and programming everything in the car and even any of the other stuff for the build, make sure you follow my page because there is always videos going up for the Spirit build, and you can even follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Miranda Ruffelt for some more behind the scenes style stuff. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure you like and, like I said, subscribe for more. Thanks.